Guys, Wednesday morning. How's it going? I loaded up my video this morning. You know, last night it was kind of funny. My daughter came home from school with her report card, and you know, she's got all high 90s, one class even 100%. So she hands me a report card, you know, big grin on her face, you know, looking for the old pat in the back kind of deal. So I'm looking at the card and I said, ooh, I like this comment. She goes, which one's that, Dad? Well, it says, congratulations on an excellent semester. Your dad must be very smart and handsome. I get the old eye roll and it's, oh, Dad, you know. Anyway, so in this video, we're going to be hopping around quite a bit. I've got some block sanding to do, you know, Dirty Dan's sanding channel. Sanding all the time. I'm not going to show a lot of the sanding, but I will show the end result. Also, I'm waiting for a ton of parts to come in, mostly for the engine, including a wiring harness. And there's going to be two different colors of paint going on this truck. So the interior and the engine bay are going to match, and the exterior is going to be a completely different color. So I'll go over that with you, show you what's going on there. And yeah, so that means I'm going to have to get on Bodywork in the rest of the engine bay panels, which is the inner fenders and the hood latch panel. So yeah, I'm going to be zipping around doing all kinds of things, crossing stuff off my list, hopefully. And you know, we might as well just get to it, man. Okay, so there's two different things that we're going for here when sanding. You know, the exterior panels like the doors and whatever, you want them to be straight and smooth. You know, you don't want, you know, wavy panels, right? So it takes a fair amount of block sanding to make sure everything gets straightened right out. But on the firewall, we're pretty much just going for smooth. I mean, there's all sorts of spot welds. There's going to be stuff bolted to it. There's, you know, all these raised sections. So, you know, to get it straight, I mean, what's the point really? It's under the hood anyhow, but you do want it to be smooth so that, you know, the paint lays out nice on it and it looks good. So I've sanded the firewall from this lip here down already, and it's pretty good. I think one more coat of primer will probably do it, and it'll be paint ready. So speaking of paint, like I said, the exterior of the truck is going to be a medium dark blue sort of color, more dark than medium, I would say. And then the interior and the engine bay are going to match. So from this line here out and down is going to be this lighter sort of beige kind of color. I hate the word beige because they use it for everything, but so yeah, so I got to prep all the stuff that's going to be this color because I'm going to be painting that first. And I don't know if you can see that dent back there. It's dented outwards or into the cab. Well, that was from that dent that I fixed at the back over here, and it must have really hit hard because it whatever it was, a pipe or a tree or something, caused that dent. So this whole section up to the top of the window where the dome light is, that's going to be painted the interior color as well as the dash and the, you know, the molding, the trim moldings that go around the windshield and the garnish moldings on the doors. So I'm going to dig all that stuff up and get all that prepped and ready for paint, because I'm probably going to pick that paint up next week. And then just a ton of block sanding on the exterior of the cab, but that's whatever, that's going to take time. I also have to get that to the upholstery shop. The only problem is, you know, the wife and I only run one vehicle in the winter, the square body, and she takes it to open up her store every 5 days a week. So I got to do all my running around on Sundays and Mondays, the 2 days that her store is closed. So yeah, we'll get that out this weekend, I guess. And yeah, I'll dig up the panels that I need out of the back and start working on them. Okay, so as I set up to get working here, it's becoming more and more apparent that I have a space problem. I don't mean outer space either. I mean workspace. It's just getting too jammed up in here. So I've kind of changed my plan a little bit. Nothing major. But once I get this firewall painted, there's nothing stopping me from putting the cab onto the frame permanent. So, you know, I can mask off this stuff and the frame and whatever when I go to paint the exterior of the cab. So that's the plan. I'm going to pick up the paint probably Monday and get the cab firewall and the inner fenders painted, and then get the cab back onto the frame and work on it from there. It's going to free up a ton of space. That, and with the seat out of here, and you know, maybe get a couple of fenders block sanded and out of the way. But whatever, I just need some space. So getting the cab back on the frame will do that for me. So anyway, I'm going to carry on with these inner fenders and get the bodywork done on them and get them ready for primer, along with the hood latch panel. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so you know, it's been snowing like a son of a bitch all day. Started early and hasn't stopped. We're getting up around what, 5:45 now. Yeah, so there's, you know, there's that much on the ground. So pretty good snowfall. But you know, it doesn't slow down those Amazon guys, man. You know, they'll keep on trucking through anything. They don't care. They just get the package there and get paid, I guess is what they're thinking. So I got a bunch of stuff in today. Came in about an hour ago, just before supper. So I'm going to show you what I got. Took a bit of a break from bodywork and sanding on the inner fenders, and kind of set up everything on the table behind me. And you know, I'll set up the camera and show you what I got in. So yeah, let's get to it. All right. So we got thermostat housing, bolts in the O-ringer inside. Got a thermostat to put in the housing. Here's a good deal. At the local speed shop, carburetor gaskets were $7 a piece. I got 10 of them in here for $17, so $1.70 each, and gonna use them. So, you know, rotor for the distributor and a new cap, spark plugs, spark plug wires, 2 cans of high heat exhaust pipe paint. I saved $10 a can getting them on Amazon. So yeah, I bought 2. And then this piece right here. Complete wiring harness. So you got a bag of goodies here, connectors, you know, some room to cover the wires. There's ground wires, a bunch of other stuff. A couple of connectors for Chevy headlights. So that's all in there. Complete fuse panel. Now the one that I thought I ordered showed the picture that each wire had a tag on it. This one does not, but it's pre-wired into the fuse panel, and the fuse panel is clearly marked. So, you know, it's just a matter I can tag them myself if I want. It's got the flash and everything. Even has the fuses are in it. So I mean, it's loaded. And this was under $100. That's a hell of a deal. I don't care where you're from. My buddy just bought a replacement fuse panel for a Honda, one of the little SUVs there. Paid $800 for it. So getting all the wire on fuses and everything. Not bad. So I'm kind of pleased with all of that stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put all this stuff away, put it in a box and get it out of my way. And I'm going to get back on those 2 guys right there. I got about half an hour of sanding left on them, and they're done. And then I've got the hood latch panel left to do. And I'm ready to spray primer on these, that other panel, and the firewall. So, moving along. Okay, so I just finished shoveling my way into the shop. We got about 8-10 inches of fresh snow yesterday, and now it's with the wind chill 36 below zero. Um, so I was gonna hopefully get some priming done today, but it's too damn cold. So anyway, I did finish off the body work on the inner fenders last night, and I just have the hood latch panel to do. So yeah, I'll just go grab the camera and show you where we're at. So there's the one, and here's the other one. Now these, I don't know if you can see these little wrinkles here. That's factory wrinkles from the stamping process when they stamp these panels out. I'm not going to bother filling all that in. It was original to the truck. I just worried about wherever I welded up holes or actual dents in my little excuse me, my little notch there for to clear suspension and whatnot. So anyway, these are done. They're ready for gray primer, as is the firewall. So I've just got to body work this thing. Now when you open the hood on these trucks, this is the first thing you see. It sits right up like so, and you know, so you want this to be fairly nice. So I'll body work that. You'll notice that it's just bare metal. I'm not going to bother mixing up epoxy just for one little piece. And this is, you know, out of the weather anyway. It's under the hood. So old school body filler right on the metal. Anyway, I'm going to get after that, and yeah, come back when I get her done. Well, here we are. So because we're going on bare metal, first thing I did was I went over it. This is a 40 grit disc, dual action little palm sander. Just scuff it all up, give the filler something to bond to. So mix up a little batch here. Little dab will do ya. Mix it up till it's all one uniform color. A lot of guys will say, geez, the hardener I got was red. Well, what's the difference between the red and the blue? None, just the color. Do exactly the same thing. Oh. That came up a little short. No, not bad. So when that sets up, I'll come back and sand it. Clean my tools off and we're good. She's dry enough to sand now. You know, for the first couple of coats, pretty much you just want to get the shape right. So you know, I'm gonna use this little dual action palm sander. It does a pretty good job. and makes very quick work of it. When it gets down to the finishing though, I will use sanding blocks. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sand this down. There we go. So when you're doing this, you can see these spots here is bare metal. That's as far as you want to go. So it's time to throw another skim on it, and go ahead and do that. So you're probably going to hear my furnace come on. I can't help it. It's been running pretty much steady all morning. $20 bills just flying out the door. You can't do this stuff in too cold of a temperature. It just doesn't work. So I'm keeping it around 66 degrees or so. Don't want to get much cooler than that. And besides, I'm old, and me and the cold don't get along. And again, always thin coats. Looks like a lot more than it is. You know, it's kind of a piss off. I mean, you know, you pay 90 bucks for a gallon of filler, and you know, 75% of it ends up on the floor in the form of dust. Really sucks. But such is the nature of the beast. All right. Clean up my tools, and that's it for that coat. Here we go. I think you can see the how it's starting to take shape, flattening out and smoothing out. So yeah, it's probably going to take 2 more thin skim coats, and she should be done. I'm done with the sander now. I'm going to go back to the blocks for this little curved section here. I'll use this round cylindrical one, and I'll use that one for the flatter surfaces. And yeah, like I say, 2, maybe 3 skim coats, you know, really tight, pull it in tight, and this thing should be ready for primer. So that gives me all my engine based stuff, because I'm hoping to paint this thing, the firewall and all the engine based stuff on Monday. So there we go. So there you have it. So Monday morning, I'm going to go to the paint supply store and get the paint mixed up. if I can spray this. It's supposed to warm up enough tomorrow that I can spray the primer on the all the engine bay stuff. That'll give me Sunday to wet sand it and get it all prepped. Any masking I have to do, get that done, and yeah, shoot the paint on it. The that color that I'm using, I'm matching the interior. It's not going to be a high gloss clear on it. It's going to be a satin. It was a suggestion of the guy at the paint store. If you do the dash with high gloss, you're going to get a lot of glare. So, you know, he said most guys, if they're doing a metal dash like that, they'll go with a satin. So that's what I'm going to go with, and I think it'll be a cool contrast with the engine bay as well. So that's where I'm going with that. YouTube just informed me that it's this channel's birthday. It's 2 years old, so I can't believe I've been doing this 2 years already. Anyway, it's been a blast, and thank all you guys for watching, subscribing, leaving comments. I feel like I, made a few chums here, and it's been a slice, and gonna keep on rolling. I'm not a quitter. So there you go. What else? Yeah, after this project, gotta start thinking about the next one. I'm gonna get some input from you guys on that, maybe the next video. See what you're into. What do you want to see? And don't be afraid to leave comments if there is something you want to see for sure. So yeah, I'll check all that out. And new subscribers, got a good bunch again. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. I've got, like I said, it's 2 years, over 150 videos now. So there's lots of stuff here, and hopefully some of it will help you out with your project, and or give you some ideas, or maybe you'll just get mad and say you're an idiot. I don't know, but anyway, yeah. So if you're not doing anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.